She said, "I just asked him to zip my dress. If you're jealous, just shut up and go home." Then she turned around, let him do it, and laughed with him like I was invisible. I stayed quiet, booked a flight home that night, and left without a word. The next morning, my phone wouldn't stop buzzing. I didn't even look at it at first. I just let it vibrate across the nightstand until it nearly fell off, because honestly, I was still trying to process everything. It felt unreal, like someone had ripped the floor out from under me while the world kept spinning normally. But that moment, the one in the guest room of that party, kept replaying in my head like a scene from a movie I wish I'd never watched. Her back turned, her dress half-zipped, Ethan standing behind her with his hands too familiar, too comfortable, too damn confident. The way she didn't flinch, didn't pull away, didn't even act surprised to see me walk in. Just pure, unfiltered arrogance. Confidence born from believing I'd never walk away. She thought I'd swallow humiliation because I loved her. Maybe I did once. But that night something snapped in me so quietly I almost didn't notice it. It wasn't rage. It wasn't heartbreak. It was clarity. Cold, sharp clarity that settled into my bones like winter air. My name's Ryan, 34, and until about a month ago I thought I was building a life with a woman named Madison, a woman who once made me feel like I'd won the universe, only to later act like I was optional, replaceable, an accessory for her public image. Madison worked in high-end event marketing, flashy venues, influencer dinners, brands that cared more about appearances and substance. And she fit right in, beautiful, magnetic, the type who could light up a room effortlessly. She thrived in attention the way plants thrive in sunlight. I used to find it charming. Now I know it was a warning. We met 3 years ago at a tech conference in Chicago. Totally random. I spilled my drink near the registration desk. She made a joke about my dramatic entrance. And for some reason that night we ended up walking around the city talking about everything and nothing. She was warm then. Genuine. Or at least she felt like it. She'd kiss me in elevators, grab my hand in public, send me long paragraphs about how I made her feel grounded. "You're my safe place," she used to whisper before falling asleep. Funny how those same people eventually become the source of chaos. The shift didn't happen overnight. It started small. Cold responses, canceled plans, work emergencies that didn't make sense, nights where she stayed out late with co-workers and came home smelling like different cologne. Her phone started living face down. New passwords, notification previews off. When I brought up the changes, she'd sigh like I was accusing her of something awful. "Ryan, I'm in marketing. This is how the industry is. Late nights, last-minute client things, constant socializing. Don't be insecure." That word, insecure, the favorite word of people who know damn well they're doing something wrong but want to flip the script. I let it slide too many times. The final unraveling started 2 weeks before the party. Madison had a client dinner, which she insisted was strictly professional, but her phone buzzed while she was showering. Normally I wouldn't have touched it, but the screen lit up with a preview that made my heart drop so fast I felt it in my feet. It was from a guy named Ethan, her co-worker who she claimed was basically like a brother. Right. The message said, "Room 241 again, same dress." My entire body went cold. Before I could think, before I could breathe, she walked out in a towel, saw me holding her phone, and froze for half a second. Then she plastered on that PR smile she used like makeup. "Oh, that's just a joke from earlier. Inside joke. Don't overthink it, babe." She snatched her phone, kissed my cheek, got dressed, and left. Something inside me shifted that night. I wasn't even angry. I was just quiet. Quiet enough to start collecting things. Screenshots. Receipts. Patterns. The kind of quiet that means a storm is coming, but not the loud kind, the calculated one. The party was supposed to be our restart. That's what she told me. Let's go together, look good, remind people we're solid. She wore a silver dress that shimmered under the lights. She held my arm for the photos, smiled perfectly, leaned into me. From the outside, we looked flawless. Inside, I felt like a ghost. Her co-workers were there, including Ethan. The way they locked eyes when she walked in? Yeah, I saw that. The way she laughed at all his lame jokes? Saw that too. But I played along. People like Madison only understand games when you play them silently. 2 hours in, she whispered she needed to fix her dress and walked toward the back hallway. 2 minutes later, Ethan followed. Neither of them noticed me slip out of the crowd. The guest room door was cracked open, a sliver of light cutting through the dark hallway. I heard her laugh first. Not the real one. The fake one. The one she used at events when she wanted attention. When I pushed the door open, the scene I walked into felt like a bad cliché. Madison facing the mirror, her dress unzipped halfway down her back. Ethan behind her, hands too close. Her smile too bright. They froze like kids caught stealing. And then she hit me with that line. That cold, dismissive, soul-killing line. I just asked him to zip my dress. If you're jealous, just shut up and go home. Then she turned her back on me and let him finish zipping her up, smiling, laughing, like I was a nobody, like I was an inconvenience, like I was a shadow in my own life. I didn't shout. I didn't accuse. I didn't even blink. I just said, okay. She looked annoyed, clearly expecting a meltdown. Instead, I walked out, grabbed my jacket, nodded goodbye to the host, and drove straight to the airport. I booked the first overnight flight home. Sat at the gate with my phone off. No dramatic exit. No one chasing after me. Just quiet. That kind of quiet you only get once you stop caring about someone who's been draining you for far too long. When the plane took off, I swear I felt something physically detach inside me. In the morning when I turned my phone on, it lit up like a Christmas tree. 32 missed calls, 17 voicemails, 48 texts, all from Madison. The first few were confused. Where did you go? Then annoyed. Are you seriously doing this right now? Then panicked. Ryan, please answer. Something's wrong. Then frantic. Why did HR call me? What did you do? I'm being suspended. Call me now. I didn't reply. Not then. Not after everything I'd seen. Because while I boarded that plane, I also sent an email with attachments. Her company had strict policies about relationships with co-workers, especially during events, especially in hotel rooms rented on company budget. I didn't embellish anything. I just provided proof, evidence, facts. The truth does its own damage. Later, she showed up at my apartment, pounding on the door like the building was on fire. When I opened it, she looked nothing like the perfect girl from the party. Makeup smeared, hair frizzy, eyes red. You ruined my job, she yelled. You ruined MY life. I said back calm. I just stopped covering for you. She tried to cry, tried to guilt me, tried every tactic she used to control me over the past year. It was just a mistake, she choked. One stupid mistake. No, I said, a mistake is spilling coffee. What you did was a choice. She whispered, was it worth it? And I said, it wasn't about worth. It was about truth. She left eventually. I didn't stop her, didn't comfort her, didn't feel anything except relief. Pure, undiluted relief. The kind of peace you only get when a toxic person finally stops orbiting your life. In the days after, I cleaned everything, threw out her leftover things, deleted old photos, blocked her number. Not out of spite, out of self-respect. Mutual friends asked what happened. I told them, ask her. Some did. And when she lied, I sent them the proof too, not to destroy her, but to defend myself. People like Madison rewrite stories, if you let them. I didn't. One friend told me, damn, man, you handled that cold. But it wasn't cold. It was clarity earned the hard way. Because sometimes the quiet exit hits harder than 1,000 arguments. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply leave. And the funny thing, I don't miss her. I miss who I thought she was. There's a difference. One day I got a final text from an unknown number. I'm sorry. I really am. I deleted it without reading the rest. Closure didn't come from her apology. Closure came from a moment she looked at me in that guest room and expected me to break. And I didn't. Sometimes the last thing someone says to you is the exact reason you never speak to them again. She said, "Shut up and go home." So I did, and once I went home, I never looked back.